Hi. So I'm Megan Vandermeer, and the title of my film is called Lost to Time. Lost to Time is about a young woman named Adarin who, while cleaning, she ends up finding a box of old letters. The old letters show a love story between her grandmother and someone she never knew existed, which actually turns out to be her biological grandfather. I was deeply inspired by the movie The Notebook, and I've also, for years, have just always had this idea floating around in my head about how interesting it'd be if somebody found a box of letters and they ended up showing a story about something. I also just realized apparently I got part of the inspiration from Letters to Juliet after kind of rewatching the movie. So apparently that helped inspire it too. I just really love the concept of like the Notebook and Letters to Juliet and everything. Um, with like the Notebook was a series of short stories showing the love between these two, between this couple. And I also just really enjoyed how Letters to Juliet basically started showing this love story and being able to find the couple that um, ended up being together. And to me, it was really cute in my opinion. Um, so during my planning process, I struggled a bit with writing the script. Um, my friend suggested a horror story, or sorry, a horror film. I am not good at horror. Um, she thought it'd be really interesting, especially because we're writing a book together, and she thought it'd be good. And I basically explained to her, no, I don't think that's the best idea. And then it just hit me all of a sudden. Why not just write about these letters that someone finds that tell a story? And my script just came to me right after that. I did struggle for a bit on what to write for the letters, but after using Pinterest for a little while, I was able to come up with a whole bunch of ideas for that, and that really helped. Um, and F- I also used like cheesy romance movies to kind of help me with the words. And then the locations came to me because it's easy to find basements where it looks like somebody could have lived there. I know ours right now definitely looks like somebody's lived there for years, and that's just because we all have a lot of different hobbies we do that helped us with that. And then with the Lowell Covered Bridge, it's just in a very gorgeous historic area, and I've been there a few times myself, and I deeply enjoy going there. So it was very nice to have that. I also struggled with storyboarding because I wasn't really sure what to do for that. But then I used Canva for examples, and it came easily to me after that. And then the most exciting part was being able to write the script and create the mood board because I just thought it was really enjoyable. And then the challenging part of pre production was figuring out the resources I had people wise. I don't really have a lot of friends, and I don't really know a lot of people that'd be interested in this, so I did struggle for a bit with that, but then my mom stepped up and offered to help me with it, so that was really nice of her too. Um, sorry. Trying to make sure I get all my points too. And then I didn't really have any changes, like vision changes, during the pre production phase, so that was pretty nice. On set, I really enjoyed it. I had fun directing, even if my mom kept telling me she knew what to do. Even though I had an image I was trying to get out there. And it was fun seeing like how the camera shots turned out after creating my little camera shot list. Uh, Unfortunately, I did run into some issues, and that was because I forgot to sorry, tell my friends that I planned on filming this week. So unfortunately, I ran into a mishap there, and it was a little bit of a struggle. And then I ended up being the main person in the film because of that, and I actually used my mom as my camera person. So that was very fun, and she also was the voiceover of Cecilia. And I enjoyed doing this with my mom because we don't do a lot together anymore, and this was something we got to do. And then during production, I learned a lot more about camera shots and directing. I really enjoyed seeing how it came together, and it was just very interesting to see all the different scenes with the camera angles. And then one scene I'm really proud of is right after Darren throws the rose into the river, and we got a close up of the rose just kind of floating down the river. And I just thought it was a really nice scene. And then I improved on my camera work during filming because I never really focused on that before when I would just film for fun with friends. So that part was very, very fun. And I was able to learn quite a bit about that and how the shots themselves can help improve a scene. That was definitely something I found really interesting. And then one major takeaway I learned was, and you honestly think I'd remember for the amount of times I've been in plays, but that is remember your lines and then don't forget the props. Because I had a scene where I accidentally forgot to carry the box of letters and broke character because of laughing about it. Another thing I learned was keep an outline of what you want shot-wise. That helped immensely when I wanted to focus or show things during the film. This really helped me enjoy filmmaking and directing. And then I think for future projects, I will probably try and be the person behind camera more often and enjoy it. And then I want to thank everyone who helped me with this. And that means my mom, who's willing to help me film and drive with me to locations for it. I want to thank my dad and brother for both being so monotone when reading lines for letters. It was still entertaining because I found neither is romantic, but they were willing to help. And then I also want to thank the beautiful state of Michigan and its unexpected residents for making this film gorgeous in the Lowell area because they really helped with the covered bridge scene. And I just want to thank my class for being supportive too. Thank you.
I just realized I forgot the box of letters. I'm supposed to have them in my